Hey everybody, welcome to the Team Ignite weekly training. If one of you doesn't mind, if you can hear me, can you just type in the question thing really quick just so that I know that everything is working and that you guys can all hear me? All right, you guys can hear me, fantastic. Okay, today we are going to talk about navigating the websites of Youngevity. I know there's been a little bit of confusion about all the different sites, probably not a little bit, probably a lot of confusion. So I am going to just do a quick recap. Well, it might not be so quick, it might be a little bit longer, of all of the different websites that we have out there for you guys to utilize. Knowing that soon we are going to have a more streamlined site that we can go to. We don't have a date on that yet. We just have heard that it will be sometime in November. But I do just want to give you the opportunity to learn about some of the different sites, though, so it's a little less confusing for you. And then a lot of people have been asking me about contact management systems, so I'm going to just share the few different contact management systems that are available and what I use. And then at the end of the call, Joan Schultz went to Dr. Corey Gold, came out to Highland, Michigan, or maybe it was White Lake, I'm not positive, somewhere real close to us, though, and she went to the event and said it was amazing. So she is going to do a recap for us at the end of the call on that event so that we can learn about what she heard. Oops, of course my Bluetooth is dying. 1 second. Okay, can you guys still hear me? All right, I think, sorry about that. My Bluetooth died, of course, while I was recording the webinar. Fantastic. Okay, so we are going to start off with navigating the sites. So these are the different sites that we have available for us at Youngevity. And a lot of times people ask me why we have so many sites. Part of it is because we've been around for a pretty long time, 17 years. So they've done some transitioning, and they just haven't closed down previous sites because people have been really comfortable using those sites. But right now, the biggest thing is that we are going to be merging into a single site, and I want you guys to know that what you're doing now, all of these sites all eventually get you to the same place. So there is no one way that's right. They're all going to work fine. It's just whichever one you're the most comfortable with. So the 4 sites are Youngevity.com, My90forlife.com, and BuyYGY.com. And then, of course, we have HeritageMakers.com. And then the 3 contact management things that we're going to talk about today are the Pro system, which there's a light version that everybody gets for free, or you can pay $19.95 a month for the Pro version of the contact management system, and that one is on the My90 for Life site. And then there's Revolution, which is the new back office that also you get for free, but there's a more advanced version that you can pay $9.95 for. Or then what I use is MailChimp, which is completely free until you get over a certain number of contacts in your database. So those are kind of the things that we're going to talk about, and then Joan is going to hop on to talk about Corey Gold. Let me just make sure that Joan is on here. Yep, okay, good. All right, so first we're going to talk about the Youngevity.com website. Your site, everybody gets a free site when they join Youngevity, and it's whatever you have chosen for your site name, which is your username or your ID number. So your 101 number.youngevity.com is your personal site, or if you've changed it to something, you can make it whatever you want. That's what your Youngevity.com website is going to be. So I'm going to go there right now just so you guys can see what that looks like. And mine is the digigal.youngevity.com. And when you go here, this is what you're going to see. Everybody's site looks the same. It's called a replicated site. And you're going to see 2 places that are the most important. Well, there's actually 3 things that are super important to go to. This, where it tells you your name so that you know you're on your site. So, for example, if I went just to, well, it's actually not going to show up on mine because it's in my browser cache that I was on my own site, so even when you go here, it's going to show up here. But if you're working with multiple different distributors on a computer, you definitely need to make sure that you're on the right site before you log in or, have somebody shop on here. So you go to your Youngevity website, and then there's the Shop Now button. And what I'm showing here is when you click on the Shop Now button, it actually takes you to another site. And we're going to talk about that in this next slide, but I'm going to, whoops. I'm going to talk about that in a second because I want to show you guys the back office stuff where you log in. So this is really this site is the site that I go to for like 90% of the stuff that I do. So you have the Business Center login, and then you also have the team member resources. I'm going to click here first just because in case you're not aware of all of this, this is all of your training information. In the team member resources, pretty much everything that you need to know is in here. If there's anything exciting that's announced, it's going to be in the breaking news section. And almost every day they post something in here. So the, one second, of course my browser froze now. Yesterday the Happy Holidays flyer came out here, which is some holiday products that we're able to share with our customers and we're able to buy for ourselves. You know, I can't even believe my day right now. So I think my internet must be choking because my browser's not moving down. Oh, there it goes. The Live Your Life You Want to Live convention is in here, and every day they post different flyers and things in here. So that's the breaking news section. The next thing that is important is the upcoming events. And this is something that if you click on this meeting locator, you can find out what is happening in our area or your area. So anytime that Dr. Wallach is coming, you'll see the orange bar, and it'll give you the information as to where he is going to be. So you can see that he's in Texas, Nevada, California, Arizona. Throughout the month, those are the places where he's going to be. Then you have the purple, which are the essential oils workshops. And so those show up in here, and you can see that in, I know it's way out there, but in June we have one in Michigan for those of you that are the Michigan gals, right, not too far from us in Corona. So Brenda Wright or Leanne King will come out with those purple ones, and then the blue ones are distributor events. So usually there'll be senior vice chairmen that are putting on an event, in the dates and so forth are there so that you could register for the event, and I highly recommend going out to these events if they're in your area. And we do have ours here, the Novi one that we have that people can register for on there as well. So this is the event section so that you can check out where different things are happening in your area. The other thing that's on here that's really important is the conference call schedule. So you can click on the conference calls and you are able to see all of the different calls that you can plug into at all different times. There's some that are first thing in the morning, there's some that are at night. They're every single day of the week if you need a little motivation, if you want some product training. They're live, they're recorded. There's just a wealth of information out here for you guys. And it can get a little bit overwhelming, so just, take it one step at a time and don't get overwhelmed by it. Just go slow and pick the things that are important to you that week, and then you can choose. And here are all of the recent ones that you can download and you can listen to. And then there's also the archive of calls. So if you know that somebody told you there is a fantastic product update call, you can click on it and you can see the whole archive of all of the calls that happened for the Thursday night product update. Now, one of the unfortunate things is that it does not list which product it is about, so the person would have to know, oh, it happened on July 10th. They talked about Rebound. Then you can listen and download it. And I've actually thought about one of these days just opening and closing every one of these and making a little Excel spreadsheet to put out there. So maybe in my spare time over the holidays I'll do that. But anyways, this is all available to you at any time. So I love that you have the opportunity to train yourself whenever you want. All of it is just at your fingertips. And again, all of this is just on the Youngevity.com site, and it's all under Team Member Resources. The other thing that's in here that's invaluable is the Product Info Center. So this is all of the information about the specific products. So if there's something that you want to know about, maybe you saw everybody posting about all the cool things you can do with the Beyond Hot Chocolate right now, and you want to know what's in the Beyond Hot Chocolate. So this is the PDF file that talks about the Beyond Hot Chocolate, and it's going to give you all the supplement facts. So if somebody asks you, why would I want to take that versus just a regular hot chocolate? So you can tell them what ingredients are in here and that it is all organic and, they're using stevia and not using fake sugar and all that stuff. So the Product Info Center has all of that, plus it has the great comparison charts. I don't know if you guys know that these comparison charts are out here, but so the one that I've been using a lot lately, because I like the Splendor FX meal replacement shakes, is the comparison chart for that. So if somebody says, oh, I'm a shake drinker, but I use, and you plug it in there, Shakeology. Okay, well, here's Shakeology, and here's how ours compares to that. So here's the price per serving, which were significantly cheaper. Price per gram of protein, the retail price, the distributor price, which were significantly cheaper. How many calories are in it, how much sugar is in it, carbohydrates, everything is listed on here. So I love this as just a great way to be able to print this out and to show people. And all of the common, most popular ones, Visalis, we have a lot of people that talk about isogenics. So all of these, Advocare too, that's another really popular one. So all of the shakes are on here and they're all compared, and you can, see what is in each of the products. So all the comparison charts are out here. The other thing is, people ask me this all the time too, the Aroma Share Club recipe flyers. All the past ones are here. So you can, if you've missed an Aroma Share Club, you can go out here and you can print those Aroma Share Club flyers. So again, all of this is on Youngevity.com. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these links, but you can see anything that you're looking for. If you're a new person, you can get some orientation here, and all of the promotions and contests. If you're wondering where you're ranking for the new 2016 cruise, which the incentive trip just started, so there's plenty of time to earn that free cruise, all of that is here as well. Okay, I'm trying to monitor questions at the same time, so I'm probably going to wait until the end to answer questions, but you guys are welcome to put them in there if you have any other questions. So there's the team member resources, the shopping, which takes you to another website, and then there's your business center login. This is logging you into your back office, and you're going to use that same username that you used to get to your website and your password, and when it logs you in, this is kind of the heartbeat of your business, and this is the majority of the time, like I said, I spend in here. From this place, I'm just going to go back to my slide really quick. This is a place that you can put your personal orders. You can set up your auto ship. You can enroll new associates personally right through this website interface. All your team reports, all your commissions are in here, and there's a link to your front office, which essentially is your My 90 for Life. So I'm going to show you where that is right now. So if you go in here and you see that there's, I'm not going to click on all of these because I'll bore you with all of the details, but you have the home, which this is your business center, your back office, but if you click this and it says back to home office, it's taking you to that front office site. That, this is the part that gets confusing. If you go to www.my90forlife.com, and you go to log in here, this is where it takes you. So it really is the exact same place as if you are in your back office and you click go to my front office, or sorry, go to my home office. I said front office, but it's really your home office. So it takes you to the exact same place. So that's one of the reasons why I was saying it doesn't really matter which way you go in here, they're all going to take you to the same place. So when you're in that front office, which is the 90forlife.com, in that front office, there is also a store that you can also purchase products from. So I'm going to go there right now and show you. If you're in the back office and you go to place an order, you can go under My Orders, New Order, and you can shop this way. And this shops for a personal order for yourself. So this is Route 1. This is where I go because I find this the easiest to navigate, and maybe it's just, old dog learning new tricks. This is where I started, so I'm always going back here. If you go to your front office, and you log in here, you also have a store that you can shop from, and it also gives you the same pricing. It's right here, order product, and it also goes to your personal account. So this store and this store get you to the exact same end. Both places are going to let you order product. Thirdly, if you click Shop Now, it takes you to buyYGY.com, which is just another interface to the store. So any one of these three places, you can personally shop for products, and they will go into your personal account, any one of them. Now you have to make sure that you're logged in as yourself, or else you're going to be ordering as a customer. So make sure that you click that button and says log in. The same with this one. If you're on buyYGY, I have to log in order for it to count as my own personal product. But any one of these are going to get you to the same place. The other things that are available in the My 90 for Life is you're going to, this is where you're able to set some of your website preferences and where access to the Pro account is. So let me talk about why you would want to order in one of these places or another one. So the pros for ordering in your back office. I love that it's a one-stop shop. When I'm in here and I'm fiddling around looking at my reports and I go, oh, that's right, I wanted to order that, I can boom, click the button, place the order, and it's all in there. So I find that as definitely a pro. The other thing is, because they're three different places, Youngevity has to load the product into three different places. So actually 4 with Heritage Makers. So it's almost always the first place that's updated. So Youngevity back office almost always has the product before the other sites do. Some of the cons for ordering here is you don't ever see the retail prices. So if you're used to ordering a product and you never see the retail price when somebody asks you what it is, it's not in the forefront of your mind. I don't find that to be a big deal at all, but if somebody wants to know it, you have to go look it up because it's not in that back office. One of the confusing things is that it says volume, not bonus value, and it can confuse some new distributors. So when you're looking at this, it says QV, and your price is wholesale, and this is BV. But there's some people that have been a little bit confused about this and thought that this was their qualifying volume, where this is the bonus value. This is the amount that you're commissioned on. This is the qualifying volume. So that's one thing that's a little bit tricky in this back office is it says volume, not BV, but you just have to know it is BV. And I'm just being honest here, the auto ship back here is a nightmare. It's really hard to find stuff. You have to use Control F, which gives you a little search box in your browser, or Command F for a Mac, in order to search for products, because it's really difficult to navigate the 2,000 products that are just listed in a row in the auto ship. So once you get comfortable with it, it's not quite as daunting of a task, but I'll go in there right now for those of you that are not familiar on how you set up an auto ship. All right, so here are my auto ships. So this is my regular Youngevity auto ship. This is my MK Collab website, and this is my Gold Club. So you may only have one auto ship. You might have 2. You might have all 3. So I'm just going to go in here and edit just to show you guys how an auto ship would work. So here is what's on my auto ship for this one. So I'm going to edit it. And this is what I was talking about being the crazy list of products. So if you're looking for something, this can be a daunting task to scroll through all this text. So my best advice is to hit the Control F keys on your keyboard. And you see how this little search bar pops up down here. And then let's say that you wanted to order Rebound. When you type it in here and hit the next key, it'll find every version of that in here so that it's much easier for you to find the product. Hit the key, and then as soon as you've completed your order, you come back up to the top, which is sometimes very far away, and then you hit Save Changes, and then you'll have your new auto ship set up. Once you're used to it, you're used to it, and it's not that big of a deal. But for new people, just you have to kind of remind them that that can be a scary place to go. So just walk them through it and know that that's the best way to do it with the Control F. The very first time you set up an auto ship, it's actually even uglier than that. It's a single list. It's not even broken up. So the thing that I have been doing with the new distributors is once they've done the Control F and they've got all the stuff in that they want, if you go into the search and you type unique, that is the very last product because the save button is at the very bottom of the list. So it's much faster to type unique, hit search, and get to the bottom of the list than it is to sit there and either page down or pull your scroller down because it takes forever to get to the bottom. So that's just a little added tip for how to get your auto ship done quick. So that's the pros and cons of ordering your back office. So now we go to the BuyYGY site. So remember when you were logged into your front office and you clicked Shop Now, it brings you to BuyYGY. So this is the BuyYGY website, and you can see that it's my website. So it's set up with my name, the DigiGal, and you look up here, and it's showing that it's my website. So when you send this, you can absolutely send this off to a customer. You wouldn't, if you're sending your Youngevity site to a customer, they're just going to click that Shop Now button anyways. So they're going to end up here. So on this site, if you send a customer here, they can shop and check out as a preferred customer, or they can purchase an enrollment kit and sign up as an associate. We have a lot of terms that mean the exact same thing in this company. A distributor is an associate. They're interchangeable. Sometimes we say consultant because when we came from Heritage Makers, we were consultants. They don't use the term consultant because it has a different connotation in the health world, so we say distributor. But there's many places in Youngevity where it says associate, and that means the exact same thing. If you are logged in here, you can shop and you can set up your auto ship on this website as well. So I'm just going to log in real quick here. I don't really ever go here. That's why that stuff wasn't remembered. I always use my back office. But so you can shop away or you can change your auto ship here. So this is a much easier way to change your auto ship if you have just one of them. If you have multiple auto ships, as you can see, they don't all show up in here. So let's see. So this was a terrible example to show you guys because it chose my boutique to put in here instead of the other products. But I'll show you anyways if I was going to pop something in here. Let's say that I wanted to put I'm going to put some Amasi in my order. See how at the bottom it says add to auto ship? So if you click this, it's going to add it right to your auto ship order. So for those of you that don't want to do the whole Control F looking through that long list, you can come in here and you can add items to your auto ship with a visual tool. So it's easier for the new distributor, but again, I like the back office because things are just a little bit more straightforward. But this is a second place that you can edit those things. Both of them get you the exact same end. So that's BuyYGY.com. So pros and cons of this one. Totally nice layout, pictures, really easy to use. One of the cons in here is that, again, there is not retail prices. So when you're looking, it's got the QV and the BV in your price, but it doesn't have the retail. It does say BV instead of volume, so it's a little more clear here, so that's a pro for sure. One of the things that I really dislike, and the reason that I don't go to this site almost ever with my potential distributors, is there's no button that says join my team. And it's way more obvious for people to become preferred customers. So this is one of the things that I don't like about this site. So I'm going to leave this to you. But if you had a new person that says they wanted to join your team, and they came here, I don't know that they would be able to figure it out without you telling them how to do it. So the way that somebody joins, if they were going to join with the $10, is they choose the new associate adventure pack. The name of that, and I'm just being honest here, adventure pack does not even remotely say, hey, you're going to be joining as a new distributor. So almost nobody chooses this because they don't really understand what it is. And if they wanted to buy a mega kit, they go to enrollment products, which many of the people don't understand what enrollment products are because, these are people that maybe have never worked with multi-level marketing or direct sales. So these are some of the things that I find as challenges. So I don't send new customers to this site. I send new people to the 90 for Life, and I'll tell you why in a second. Let me log into the one. This is the one that I used for new for new potential distributors or even new potential customers. Because to me, when they go here, it's super clear and obvious that either, one, I want to join somebody's team, or two, I want to order products. One or two. It's super easy. And then there's some other informational stuff here too. If they want to learn more about the products, again, I want to join or I want to shop. So I find this one to be just much easier to send customers to than this one. So that's just my personal preference. But again, they will all get you to the same place. So if you send a customer there to the My 90 for Life, they can shop or they can check out as a preferred customer. They can purchase those enrollment kits, but they're just a little bit more obvious. So when they click here on Join and they choose their country, it's telling them right out front, you've selected that you want to become an independent marketing director and you want to get 30% off your purchases. You're going to get a free website. You're going to get commissions and bonuses. And then it has CEO packs listed, not enrollment kits. Just, we've been talking CEO packs, so they know what those are. And they can choose their CEO pack all the way down to the end. And instead of saying the adventure kit, it says the welcome kit, which just to me is much more obvious as to what this is. So if they're going to be the $10 consultant or distributor or associate, they can choose the welcome kit from here. And then they fill out all the information and register their email address and so forth. So that's the other way that you can get to that. Now, just know that if you're shopping on this site, it is going to that, I keep calling it the front office store, and they call it the home office store. It's not updated quite as frequently as the back office, so sometimes, like right now, the border maker cases are out and available on Buywise UI. They probably aren't in the front office store yet. Sometimes there is like a day or two lag for those products to show up here. So just know that some of the products might not be there quite as fast, but most of them are. So here's the pros and cons of this site. So they can shop or join clearly here with those two button choices. Super easy. Join, shop. This is the site that gets updated if you choose that Pro monthly subscription. So there's that $19.95 subscription, and this is the site that you can put the bells and whistles on if you wanted to change your that front facade. And one of the things that a lot of people really like about this is that the retail prices are listed. So when you go onto the site, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to click Order. It shows you what the retail price is. So if they decide they don't want to be a preferred customer and they don't want to be a distributor, they're going to see how much more money they're paying for these products. So this is sort of the no-brainer, like why would you not sign up for this stuff when you're saving that much money? So, $118 is what we get the Healthy Body Pack for, but if you're not a preferred customer or a distributor, you're going to be paying $168 for that. So this is the only website that shows the retail price. The other ones all show wholesale, bonus value, and QV, but this one actually shows them the retail price. Now, the con of this is there's no QV on here. You can see the retail, the wholesale, and the bonus value, but you don't see what your qualifying volume is for it. So there's not a single one that has all 4 of them, so you kind of have to go back and forth if you want to know all that information. So the con, this is the only thing that I find to be a con, is that when they join, they're not immediately taken to a shopping site to order, so it's kind of a 2-step process. So when they come in and they click that join button, go back in here, and you click join, and when they finish joining, it just takes them to a page that says, thank you, here's your ID number, gives them some information, and then they have to go shop. On this site, let's just say they wanted to buy a CEO pack. So we put it in my cart. And they're about to sign up to be a distributor. They can actually add other stuff into their cart here. So if they also wanted to throw in, I don't know, a candle. Let's say they wanted to order a candle. They can stick that in with their CEO kit purchase. And they can check out with multiple things. So this allows you to do that. This one is a 2-step process. Once you've joined and you have your ID number, then you can come back in and you can go shopping. So that's kind of a little bit of a con for this one, but I still prefer this over that one because it's a lot less confusing. But you guys pick what is most comfortable for you, because every one of us has a little bit of a different personality and a different way of just comprehending things and understanding things. So whichever way you find to be the way that's most comfortable to you, they're all going to get you to the same end. I keep saying that because I just want to just pound it into your head that it doesn't matter which way you go, they all get you to the same place. And then, of course, there's the heritagemakers.com site. And so this site, you can go in here and you can choose the Heritage Makers Enrollment Kit. There is a Heritage Makers Enrollment Kit in here. So if they want to sign up as a CEO for Heritage Makers, they can sign up as a CEO for Heritage Makers right from here. They can sign up as a CEO for Heritage Makers right from here. It's right here. Oh, no, right there. Heritage Makers CEO Mega Pack. Any one of them will get you there. But then we also have heritagemakers.com. Oops, extra W in there. Then your Heritage Makers site will be that same ID number, or whatever you've changed your name to be. They also can join your team here. Now, the only time that I would ever send somebody here to specifically join your team is if they said, I'm 100% just doing this from the photo business. I only want to do photos. I don't want anything to do with any of the other stuff. Then you can send them here. Otherwise, it's so much faster and better and easier to just buy the Heritage Maker CEO pack from one of those other places, because they will immediately show up in your Youngevity back office. That I would just recommend going the other way, going from Youngevity and joining. So again, the only time that you would sign up here is if they were somebody who said they want to join your team only for that and they were really against all the other products, or if they're a preferred customer that says, they want to make their holiday cards with you, or they want to just make a quick project, and you haven't even broached the subject of all of Youngevity with them. This is just a quick and easy way to get them into the photo side and get them an account in Studio. So those are the 2 reasons why you would go to the Heritage Maker side only and not go to the Youngevity side. Now, if they're a preferred customer, they're only going to push over into your Youngevity database so that you can see them if they purchase something. So if they're a free account that hasn't bought anything, you're not going to see them show up there. If they are a distributor, then they will come across within a couple days. So the whole question of when that new person shows up, if they're created on any one of those Youngevity sites that we just talked about, it should be relatively immediate. So, within 5 or 10 minutes. That can sometimes be the second that you put it in, because all the sites are replicating, so it could take a few minutes. but they'll immediately, now this is new, this just happened with this transition at the end of October, you know how we merged Heritage Makers and Youngevity's clubs. They now immediately should have a Heritage Maker Studio account. So the minute that they enroll in Youngevity, they should have a Heritage Maker Studio account set up as well. And they'll be able to log in with their Youngevity username, not their email address. The email address is being, I guess they're just not recommending it is the way that I should say it. They're not recommending that you log in with your email address because so many people have been creating multiple accounts with their email address that it's gotten really confusing. So just always log in with your Youngevity ID, your username, or your studio number. But any one of those will get you logged in now, so it's immediate. There's no need to create a studio account anymore. It should be automatic. So that's really good news. Now, if they are going to run a Heritage Makers business alongside of their Youngevity business, they do still have to call Heritage Makers and ask them to give them their back office in Heritage Makers, but that's just for another little short period of time until the rest of the information merges over. But right now, we still, you know, if they need that, then you have to call. But many of our Youngevity distributors, they just want Studio just to be able to use Heritage Makers, but they're not planning on necessarily doing any workshops or, you know, doing anything where they need the back office. So you don't have to do that with every single person that signs up. Now, if you did create them in Heritage Makers, sometimes it still takes a few days for them to push into the Youngevity system. They are going to get a Youngevity account automatically, so you don't have to worry about setting them up a second time. And this is the only tricky part of this that I don't really like, is that you're going to need to email them their ID number, because when the number gets, or sorry, when their account gets created in Heritage Makers and pushed over to Youngevity, the automatic email notification doesn't get sent out to those people. If they create an account in Youngevity, they'll get an email that says, you know, welcome, and says, you know, you now have an account. But if they're created in Heritage Makers and being pushed over to Youngevity, that email doesn't get pushed out. So they'll have no idea what their Youngevity ID is, and it's short of them calling customer service, they won't know. So that's another big reason that I almost never create somebody in Heritage Makers anymore, because we want them to get used to going into Youngevity. So you're going to have to email them their ID number, and this is really unfortunate, but they are going to immediately have to reset their password, because that password's random generated. When you're in Youngevity and you set it up the first time, it gets carried over, but when they come in through Heritage Makers, for whatever reason, it doesn't happen. So they really don't have any way to find out their password. They have to actually call in to get their password or reset it, which is faster. So if you give them their ID and they just hit the password reset, then they'll be able to get into their Youngevity account. And again, transition, this is almost over. We're so close. Hopefully by the end of the year, this will all be corrected too, and we won't ever have to even sign people up in Heritage Makers anymore. Hopefully it'll all be done on the Youngevity side, so that's the goal. Okay, before I go into the contact management, I'm just going to quick check if there's any questions. Just really fast here. Oh, there are. So just give me a minute because I'm running this up by myself. So let me see if Kathy is asking where we find the recorded calls. So if you have liked the Team Fusion fan page, not Team Fusion, Team Ignite, the fan page. So it's Broom Team Ignite, but you can just type Team Ignite and you'll see my picture up there in Facebook. I have a note that's in there, and all of the past webinars, or most of them that are of significance, are the links for the recordings are in there. And there's also a YouTube channel for the DigiGal, THEDIGIGAL, and it tries to correct that to say digital, but if you just leave it at the DigiGal, then the YouTube channel has recordings as well. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read through these really quick. So the best card to put on your business card, the best site to put on your business card, I use the 90 for Life. That's the one that I put on my business card, because when people go there, they can shop or they can join. So that's the one that I choose to put on there. If you are more comfortable with the Buy YGY site, then you can put it there, but you have to explain to people how to join because there's no button that says join here. So you have to say, hey, and if you're planning to join my team, click on the enrollment products or the adventure kit. So it's up to you, but I use the 90 for life on mine. So Melody is asking, which is the easiest way to set up auto ship so your order counts as your first auto ship and then you're set up? This still confuses me. Okay, so when you go in here the very first time with your new distributor and you sign them up and they purchase stuff, that is not an auto ship. Everybody in the beginning, back months ago when we joined, it was like sort of a widespread thing where people would say, when you set your first auto ship up, you have to pay shipping, but then after that you don't. You never pay shipping on an auto ship. It's just the auto ship is set up a month from the time that you started. So if I go in there today and I put an auto ship in, it's not going to run until December 19th, 30 days from the day I set it up. If I want products before that auto ship runs out on December 19th, I have to place an order for products this month, but it is not an auto ship. So you are not set up for auto ship until December. So the very first time that you come in, that's why a lot of times, if they don't buy the CEO pack, a lot of times people will buy that enrollment, the welcome kit for $10, but then they'll put some products in there because they want something right now, and their auto ship isn't set up to run until next month. So that's the way the auto ship works. Sorry, I'm just trying to scan through these really quick. Melody says, my 90 for Life website doesn't look as nice as yours. Why? I have no idea because they're all replicated. They should look exactly like that. And the Pro website, you know what, Kim Armitage, are you on here? You have the Pro website, I'm pretty sure. Oh, she is on here. Kim, can I unmute you for a second? Type in here if I can unmute you, because I don't pay for the Pro website. She's on her computer, so I'm not sure if I can unmute her. But Kim, if you can be unmuted, just type in the question thing and I'll unmute you. So why does, okay, so Kim, I'm going to unmute you. All right, are you there, Kim?
Yes, Anna.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Can you tell them a little bit about the difference, because you have the Pro site, right?
Right, but I haven't really used it, so
Okay.
That's why I was hoping to find out more information.
Okay, well tell me what your web address is, and I'm going to go to your site right now.
Sure, it's PS and more.
PS and more?
Yes. Make the AND.
Oh, sorry. PS and more.
Dot my 90 for life.
Okay.
I signed up for the full Heritage Makers the full year, and so when they deactivated that, they just moved me over to this feature.
Right. So this is what the Pro site looks like, and then let me go back to, you can change the skins on your site in Pro. I don't know if you know that or not. Oh, shoot, I do have Pro. Huh, how did I get Pro? Boy, don't I sound like a dork. Sorry, guys. They must have switched me over to it, too, because, yeah, that is why it looks different. Okay, well, I guess I didn't need to unmute because, yeah. So let me go to somebody else's who, that is what the Pro site looks like. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, I didn't know that they must have me on Pro. So if you were signed up for VO Plus, they pushed us over and you have Pro access to the website. So that's why it looks like this, but I didn't have VO Plus set up for the year, so I don't know how I'm signed up for Pro right now, but I'm not going to complain because apparently it's a lot prettier than what the regular looks like. So who is regular? Okay, Melody Whitehead says she has regular, so let me go to Melody. Okay, well thank you, Kim, for I'm going to mute you again, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Melody. What did I spell your name wrong? Oh, I forgot the T. I'm so glad that you guys are forgiving and that you know that I'm just like totally make mistakes constantly. Did I seriously spell it wrong again? No, there it goes. Okay, so this is what the non-pro version looks like. It still has the join and shop, which is the important part. That's all that you really join and order, the significant reason of having that site. So if you pay the $19.95, you have the, oh goodness, I have like 65 things open here. You have this one, which has a few more of the features on it. So this is Pro, and this is regular. So hopefully that answers the questions of why mine look different. And I totally apologize for that. I didn't realize that they had me on that. I have to find out if I'm being charged for it. I don't think I am though, but okay. So I think that's all the questions right now. So now I'm going to just real quick, because then I want to get Joan on, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the different contact management options. So no matter which one of these things you choose, you can't mail your entire downline from Pro or from Revolution. Neither one of them lets you do that. There's some anti-spamming things in there that just don't prevent you to send to your entire downline. So I use MailChimp because I didn't really want to pay the $19.95 for the Pro options because I knew that the main thing that I was going to be doing was sending to my teams. Up to 2,000 people, you can add 2,000 emails into MailChimp and 15,000 sends for free, and it's a really professional-looking newsletter and easy-to-use template. If you do choose to go into Pro, I guess now since I have it, I can show you how to use it, because I did have it for a while, and I thought I shut it off because I didn't have, I didn't feel like it was worth the $20 a month, but I'll kind of show you some of the stuff here. For those of you that don't know, when you log in through this setting, this is where you can find out information about your account. And this is where you can put in what you want your website ID name to be. So whatever your ID is set here, this is what it's going to be for the BuyYGY, for the My90 for Life, and for the Youngevity. All of them are set by this username. So this is where you change it. Again, it's in that My90 for Life, log in, and it's under Settings and then Account. And then if you go to the website, yeah, see, interesting. It says my subscription is free. So I don't know, girls, I got lucky somehow. They have me on the Pro one, even though I am not paying for it. So I don't know if I can actually show you anything in here, but maybe I can. So yes, you know, I can't. I think they just somehow, my skin has changed to that, even though I'm not. When you're in here, though, you do have a contact manager and an email system, and it says team messaging, but it never worked. And you have a couple things in here, like there's drip campaigns that you can send out. So if you had customers that you wanted to send things out to on a regular basis, and you didn't want to have to go in and remember to send them something on week 1 and something on week 2 and something on week 3, you can set up campaigns in here so that it will send them videos. And there's some cool things in here. It's just very focused on customers and very focused on 90 for Life. So there's nothing in here about heritage makers whatsoever. It's all just, there's mineral makeup, there might be essential oils now. When I looked, there wasn't anything on the essential oils, but there was makeup, 90 for Life, and all of the different pieces of that where you can email out your customers. You couldn't, the team functioning stuff wasn't working in here. So this is $19.95 a month if you want the upgraded version. The Revolution, I know that this is going to log, it's probably logged out. Revolution is all really back office stuff too. This one you can pay $9.95 for to have more access to reporting, and I don't know why I even checked that box. It never remembers you. Just out of habit, I guess. But there is, again, email and stuff in here, but it's, let's see, where's
So I do pay for the $10 one, but really, like I said, the email is pretty limited. So you're sending out emails in a small little word editor. You know, it has all of your downline in here so that you could send them out individually, but it's tough to send it out to a whole group. They have some predefined groups that are in here, but really, honestly, I've looked through these pretty in-depth, and for what we need, MailChimp has really, really been working fine, and it's free. So I wouldn't recommend spending the money on either one of them right now. I'll definitely let you know if there's anything that that I think is changed that it would be better for you. Okay, so I'm going to flip now to this, and I'm going to unmute Joan. And I'm going to have her share for the last 10 minutes here on this awesome event that she went to with Dr. Corey Gold. And if you guys have any more questions, just type them in there and I'll be able to read them. Are you there, Joan?
I am. I'm here.
Fabulous. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Okay, so on the 8th of November, I went to this meeting with Dave Rutz, who was the founder of Escape, and his product is The Radical, and Dr. Corey Gold, who was a dentist, and his product is the pollen burst products. So they were both owners of companies that did what Youngevity is doing, that had joined Youngevity as a brand, like Heritage Makers. So that's where they're coming from. So it's a little bit different perspective from the scrapbooking industry that we've come from. So this meeting was about network marketing, and it was really interesting, and I totally can see how we can apply it to how we do our business and how we share the opportunity with others. So I'm just going to go over my notes, and Anna, if you have any questions while I'm talking, pop in, okay?
Okay, sure thing.
Okay, thanks. So Dr. Corey Gold was talking about the 3 reasons why people join network marketing. So they join because of health, they don't feel well, or because they need money, or because they need a lifestyle. They're already making a good living, they have a nice job, they just don't have a lot of time to do the things that they want to do and spend with the people that they want to spend time with. And people who join our business for the network marketing part are self-selected to be with like-minded people. So I totally understand that. I think that we have as good of opportunity as any out there. And of course, they're both all excited about Dr. Wallach's message of health. The key to good health is nutrition. And the first thing that they did at this meeting was to go through a business presentation, which I won't do now because that's everywhere. There's lots of ways to see the business, and they suggest showing it the way you're comfortable with, which I think is a really good thing. And one thing to note, they said that Sanjeev was coming out with a new video soon, so I'm anxious to see what that looks like. I think it will be really good. I like Sanjeev. So I'm just flipping through my notes. I've got some highlighted that are really good thoughts. So hold on here a second here. Okay. Questions that come up when you're sharing the business with people, however it is that you ended up showing them how our business works. People ask, is this real? And is it meaningful to me? And they ask, can I do it? And they ask, who's going to help me? So there's a lot of marketing tools out there that Youngevity has put together to help you with that. And I think that we've talked about them. Anna's done the webinar about the brochures that Youngevity has in place, the Youngevity Revolution, Stay in the Lane, the Healthy Body Challenge, and the 5 action plans. So take advantage of those. If you haven't seen them, you should get them. They're really good. And so the things that Dave Rutz shared about how to grow my business. We're following a simple business by staying coachable, following the training, getting out of your comfort zone, and teaching people how to share it through sorting people. And one really important thing to note, and everybody knows this, but it's good to say it, is you can't convince people to do something that they don't want to do. So our goal and our job is to find out what people want and help them to get what they want. And just a couple more things, and then I'm done. The first thing that we need to do in our business is to figure out what we want and what our dreams are. It's really important not to miss that, because you won't share the business with people if you don't know what your dreams are and what you want and why you're doing this. So one key book they said to read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a great book. I read it a long time ago. It's time for me to read it again. Don't know about you. And then when you approach people about the business, you find out who's interested, and then you present the business to them. And then you help other people to do the same thing, and that's all there is to it. So I have a lot more to share, but I think our time's almost up. Anna, did you have any questions for me?
No, I think it's awesome that they were available. Like Joan said, these are some of, Dr. Corey Gold is one of the top-ranked people in the company. I mean, he's making millions of dollars, like ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, he obviously came up with Burst, which is great. And so he had a great product to begin with, but being a senior vice chairman marketing director, and he has a lot of really, really big distributors on his team, and so he is making a lot of money, and he has a lot of experience, and he has a lot of great information. And when I was in San Diego for the senior vice chair meeting, that was the first time I had ever talked to him, and so I walked up to him and I said, what's your one piece of advice and something that I should do different in my business? And he said, don't do anything different. Whatever you guys are doing, it's working. So don't listen to what anybody tells you. Just do whatever you guys are doing. And I just was like stunned. I thought like, what? But, a lot of this just isn't a formula, and I loved that. For those of you that were on the call yesterday that Lisa and Rhonda had with Bill Andrioli, our president of the company, was on, he shared on the call when Rhonda asked him, what's the formula for success? And he's like, there isn't a formula. This isn't the type of business where it's like, if you press 1 and 2 and 3, you will get this. This is network marketing. This is personalities, and this is sharing and presentations and offering your advice and opinions, and just having just people just liking the ideas that you're sharing, and helping them to come to a conclusion about something that they are interested in. So we're working with them so that they get something out of this. And so much of, I think, direct sales was so focused on, we go to a party and we present stuff and we hope they buy something so we get a paycheck. And we have a workshop so that people buy something so that we get a paycheck. And that was kind of our mentality. But when you flip it and you think about all of these great products that we have for health and wellness, and just with the photos to bring happiness into people's lives, and you share those with them, and it's for them. You have a knee problem, try osteo and see. Maybe it will help. You have, an issue with whatever it is related to, maybe it's just that you have low self-esteem, and coming to some of these events is going to boost your confidence, because you can see that, wow, people really do like to be around me, and now suddenly that person kind of blossoms from being a wallflower, and now they're standing on stage and presenting. I mean, there's just so many things that we can do to help people's lives in this business, and when we flip it to that, instead of it being about us making money, it's just an amazing thing happens. So I don't know why I just went on that rampage. So sorry, Joan. I just
No, that's good. That's perfect, because as I was thinking about what I already said, I'm like, I didn't really get to the heart of it, and you're doing that. It's perfect, because I know myself, actually, I have to stop talking and start listening to what other people are needing and become a problem solver, and that's one of the things they talked about at the meeting, because people have to be excited about what they're doing in order for people to know that you believe in what you're doing, and that they could do it too. So I think, the products are really good. Some people start with a business, some people start with a product. We start with replicating usually, and then try other things, and the method that Anna has done with our group is working, and I think that's great, because the more you surround yourself with people who help you believe in what you do and in yourself, the more successful the person will become. But it definitely has to come from within, and people want to be around you. So if you're excited about what you're doing, they're going to want to join you. It's an attraction business, and you have to feel good to, to attract other people. So I think all of our products help us to do that. So one of the things that Dr. Gold talked about was doing a checklist. Actually, I can't remember if it was Dr. Gold or Dave, but doing a checklist of my life, confronting myself. And he said it's the most liberating thing, because you can make conscious changes once you take a look and say, what is your purpose in life? I want to be a good wife, a good mother, a good businesswoman, or whatever it is that you want to do with your life. Then reflect on what you're doing, and are you living up to who you say you are, who you say you want to be, and to do it once a month. And the key to growing your business is growing personally. So I just thought that was great, and it's definitely helped in my business to be excited about what products I have, and believe in them and believe in myself. So we're an inviter to a presentation. There's lots and lots of different ways to present the business. You can look at videos, you can look at brochures, you can just talk. But to be listening to what people are wanting to do is the main thing.
I'm just going into my heritage makers right now, because just talking about what Joan said, and I know we're 5 minutes over, so after this I'll stop talking and let you guys get off the call. But I just wanted to share really quick that, for those of you that have known me for years, I came obviously from Creative Memories. I'm a total photo girl, scrapbooker, but I have fallen in love with all of the different health products because they've just made some major impacts in my life. So one of my big focuses is to talk to other busy moms about not just getting their photos in their life, but about, feeling better and losing weight. Is that something that is stopping them? And I have struggled with my weight ever since I had kids. So I'm working with Sanjeev. I'm going to show you guys on here this booklet. And this is a sneak peek for you guys on something that I'm working with him on, making a smash book with our Healthy Body Challenge. And if any of you guys want this, I'm happy to share it with you. Just private message me your Heritage Makers ID number, because I want to get people's opinions about it. So if you're doing the 90-day challenge, that this would, instead of being a digital book, because we have a lot of folks that it's a challenge to get them to get into studio if they're not photo people, but they want to get some healthy weight loss going. So this would be a way for them to just stick some pictures in, put their pounds, put their names, and then have a spot to write their reason why, what inspiration they had. And then I have a daily tracker in here, and you can't really see, what it says, but up in it says, I took my healthy body pack, I had a healthy breakfast, a healthy lunch, a healthy dinner, I drank my water, I exercised. So there's 90 days of tracking. And then there's a spot for you to, with a Sharpie, come in and write your obstacles, and then there's some journaling prompts up here to say, like, who helps me to be more accountable, what was one of my huge obstacles? I had 6 birthdays this month, and that chocolate cake was sitting in my face, and I had a hard time, not having a piece of it. What were the things that you were struggling with? This is your journal to document all of this. And then your go-to recipes, and it's not a spot, it's too small for you to actually write the whole recipe, but on each of these I wrote, like, these are some of my go-to appetizers, dinners, lunches, breakfast, soups. Desserts, what are some things that I've been using to get me through? What are my favorite foods? Shake mixes and, some different things. And then 30, 60, and 90 to track your measurements and your photos as you go through the process. So sometimes you don't drop pounds, but you drop inches. So that's something that is pretty inspirational when you actually write it down. And then the last couple of pages are just for you to document your journey, things that you found along the way, because you truly learn so much about yourself when you try and do something like this. It's very, like, motivational, just on the personal level. And then the last page, which I don't know why it's not going to that. it doesn't like the last page for some reason. It has a spot for you to put, come on. No, it won't go for whatever reason, but it has a spot for you to put what your next steps are and who you might want to refer to the challenge. So you can kind of think of people along the way that you might want to share this journey with. So Sanjeev is going to be looking at it this week. He was kind of giving me ideas of things that he would have liked to see in it, and then hopefully we'll be able to launch it soon and put it in the template gallery for everybody. So I will be happy to share it with whoever wants it to, you could do it as a digital book, but you'd have to go in there kind of every day and update it. I thought it would be better if you printed it ahead of time. It's just a $14 if you're on Gold Club. It's a spiral-bound little 6x9 book, and it's small enough that you can stick it in your purse and carry it around with you. And my thought was really just it would be like that little smash book for those of you that are scrapbookers that know what that is, that, if you found a business card from a cool exercise place, you can stick it in there. If you found, just something that along the way that was motivating you, or a picture of yourself in a bathing suit from 10 years ago that you would like to get back to, just anything like that that you could put in there to keep you on track and keep you going through the journey. So just kind of trying to combine my passions, because I want this to be a bigger business for me, so I really do want to get into that side of it. So if this is something that you're inspired by, then think outside the box of different things that you could do to integrate the businesses together to share with more people and to help them get on their journey for whatever it is, whether it's helping their child who has ADHD, or whether it's helping them with their mother-in-law who just had breast cancer, or just whatever it is, you find that passion and find some products that kind of fit into that for you. All right, well, if anybody has any other questions, pop them in real quick right now. Otherwise, I'm going to stop the recording, and I'll post this out there for you guys. And if you weren't on Lisa's call yesterday, I double recorded it for her, so I do have it. I'm going to post it on her Vimeo account today. Bill Andrioli, our president, was on the call yesterday, and I thought he did a fantastic job just reinforcing that everything that we're doing is right on track. And I mean, we are like one of the fastest growing groups in all of Youngevity right now. So I really, really want you guys to be proud of yourselves and to just pat yourselves on the back for all that we had a lot to overcome in the last year, right? I mean, there was a lot of change. So we are going to bust into 2015 with just, I can't even imagine how good it's going to be next year, because we actually are going to know what we're doing. So can you imagine having a full 12 months where we actually know what we're doing? So thank you guys for being on the call. And like I said, I'll post the recording. And, oh, Melody's asking if I can quick show you how to use MailChimp. Okay, if you guys want to stay on, I'll keep recording, because I know there are a couple of people that do want to see how to do that. So I'll go into my MailChimp account really quick. Let me close some of these, just because I know my browser is going to go kaput in a minute. I'm still using my old computer. And okay. So here is what MailChimp looks like. I love MailChimp, and I don't get any commissions for saying that, so I just really like MailChimp. So you come into here. So you can set up your lists. So you come into here, and you have to pay if you have more than 2,000 people across your list. So you can create a new list, and when you go to import people into the list, I have to go in and update this. When you come in here and you import people into the list, there is this, where's the, here, add subscribers, and you import them from a CVS file. That's what this is, CVS or TXT file, and all that is like a Excel spreadsheet it's called a comma delimited file, and it can be opened in Excel, but you don't even need to open it in that, because your Youngevity back office will put out a CVS file. So if you go into your Youngevity back office, I'll do this real quick for you guys. And if you go under genealogy, and then you go to your advanced genealogy, And then you can set this to be whatever you want. If you want to make a list of just your leaders, if you want to make a list of everybody, if you just want to do your distributors, whatever it is, I'm going to do a smaller one so it goes faster. So you pick a list, you hit submit, and then you click this button here. This is really important. Oh, you know what? I should have done one other thing. Sorry. This is important too. You go into advanced options first. So you pick your list, choose who, and you unselect everything except email. So you go in and you uncheck all of these boxes. And then you hit submit. And then it'll just give you one row of email addresses. You hit show all. And then it gives you all the list of all the leaders, well, for whatever, email address that you want to do. And then you hit export, and you can see it says export as CSV, the whole thing. So you do export all. And then once it's exported and you're in MailChimp, you just import it. And you choose the file off your hard drive of where you want to import, and it'll go in there. And this is the checkbox that you check to ask it to only put in new, so it'll keep them synced, and it won't replace the list. It'll just put in new people into the list. And then once you have your list in here, then you just create a campaign to send there. And you can make as many lists as you want. Just know as soon as you get over 2,000, you have to pay. So when you create a new campaign, you can do just regular text, or you can do the fun newsletter-looky ones, and they're super easy to do. So I'm just going to choose this is who I'm sending it to. And then I'm going to name it. And then you can choose any one of these different templates. I'm super boring and just pick the same one every single time. This one. Left sidebar. You can choose whatever you want. Each time you can choose something different. And then, like I said, super easy. You just come in and type. So it already has all the content blocks in there. And all you do is click the edit button, and it opens up on the side. And you can add images from your image library. So you just upload whatever pictures you want in here. You could do that ahead of time if you wanted to. But let's just say in that header that I wanted to add, sorry, it this webinar recording thing right over top of the section that has, here. So it just pops it in. If you're editing text, you just come in here and type your text. I mean, literally, that's all it is. And then it looks all fancy, like you took all this time and you're just dragging and dropping stuff in there. And then you mail it out, and it sends it. Like I said, it's free for up to 2,000 email addresses and 15,000 emails. So you could send 15 emails to 1,500 people, I guess, or 1,000 people you could send in a month before it would make you pay. So does MailChimp have open reports? Yes. So let me go in here. There's some great features in here that I don't even use nearly enough. I'm going to go back here. So if you wanted to look at your past campaigns and you wanted to see, so last week, or sorry, Monday, I sent out a message to personally enrolled, and I can see 42% of them opened and 4 people, so 38 people opened it, pretty low. People are opening my emails. I need to start asking. Maybe that isn't the best medium anymore for getting out information, but 4 people clicked the link, which one of the links that was in there was to register for this webinar. So it'll kind of tell you. So let's go to a bigger list. This is pretty average. One of the cool things is it will actually tell you if you're industry average or not. So This is my open rate. This particular list averages 45% of the people, so about half of the people that I personally enrolled actually open the email that I sent to them every week. So I'd like to think that it would be more than that, but that's kind of how it goes, 80-20, right? So we're higher than 80-20. I guess I should be happy that it's near 60-40. So the industry average for retail, which this isn't retail, so it's a little bit different to judge it, is 16%. So it does tell you this, and if you actually wanted to see like who the people were that clicked the links and stuff, you can dig deeper into their reports and you can see, what they clicked, and so tons of information out there. And it's all free as long as you're under 2,000 people. If you're sending to more than 2,000, then you have to pay, but it's pretty reasonable. It's I don't know, I'm thinking it's like $20 a month or something. The more people you have on your list, it goes up by like $5 a month for every 500 emails or something like that. So that's kind of how that goes. Anybody have any other questions on that? Hopefully that helped you a little to sort of understand how MailChimp works. Barb's asking if people have to opt in. No, but they can opt out, and you'll see who opted out. So there's a list of who opted out that comes to you. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys so much.